Good morning, Greenridge. Thank you for tuning in to this week's 2-Minute Tuesday video. Today I want to talk a little bit about the low inventory that we've been experiencing and a couple of the results, namely today, the result which is multiple offers. You know, last year most of us got pretty good at engaging in multiple offer situations because it became a necessity. Already this year I'm starting to hear many stories about multiple offers being not the exception, but the norm. So I wanted to spend a little time talking about how we show up in multiple offer situations, anticipating those, having a bit of a system so that we can go into those situations confidently and win. So for starters, when you're faced with a multiple offer situation, I think it's a good idea to make sure that you talk to the other agent. Now this may sound overly simplistic, but in this day and age of text messages and emails, it's amazing how far a conversation with the other agent may go. Now I don't expect that they're going to tell you what the other offers are or what their seller stance on price is, but you might find out some very important information about other hot button items for the seller. It could be timing, it could be possession, it could be included items, and there may be some very happy common ground between buyer and seller, which if you discover it, you can have your offer stand out in the crowd. Secondly, make sure that you've got all your supporting documents attached with your offer when it's submitted. So in addition to the offer itself, have seller's disclosure statement signed by the buyer, have the lead-based paint taken care of. Make sure that rather than collecting it after the fact, at least get a copy of an earnest deposit check to send with an offer. Sometimes that just gives a seller an extra level of confidence that your offer is the best one to go with. The last piece to that would be to have a lender letter in place and get it from a lender that both you and the buyer can trust and have spoken with as well. Third, another piece that we've begun to see people using out there is having the buyers write a letter about themselves, a buyer love letter to the seller, as it were. You never know what might strike a nerve with the seller, and sometimes knowing just a little bit about the buyers who are interested in buying their house can help develop the connection there as well. And then lastly, whenever you have a chance in these circumstances, try to get face-to-face with your buyer. Sometimes the conversation can be a little more in-depth and a little more probing and a little more comfortable. Buyers are going to feel this as a precious situation if they can see you face-to-face, experience your calm, and experience your expertise. It's my feeling that they're going to be in a position to make a much better decision. And equip them with the best information. They're going to look to you to understand what the market's telling them they ought to do. And so comps, market condition reports, and ultimately the advice that they need to be comfortable with their decision is going to leave them feeling the most comfortable and leave you in a position to help them win. So I hope these tips help you the next time you find yourselves in a multiple offer situation. The market will continue to heat up, so let's be ready. Good luck out there, and thanks for all you do.